What is up, my beautiful people? Hope you're having a tremendous day. Exile451 here with yet another daily dose of Reddit Happy. Gonna go back to r/self-improvement today for some stories about personal growth that I know you're gonna love. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Found something to work towards. Long text ahead. Due to personal reasons, I dropped out of university and was lost as to what to do for a while before applying again next year to another university. Didn't know what I wanted to study/do, didn't have enough proficiency of skills, nor the confidence to actually pick up even an HR job or one that's related to my diploma. At this point, I honestly had no strong interest/passion/strengths in anything or any subject. Only had a ton of weaknesses, along with clumsiness, so I was constantly being scolded for not being able to do simple things which were supposed to be common sense. Had a bad experience working previously at a bookstore, which made me fear working no matter the job. I had issues recognizing customers' faces after a while, so I couldn't get back to them and ran around asking random folks if they were the person who handed me the book list. Panicked when I couldn't do something. Sometimes I wasn't taught how to, which someone else could at my age like an expert, got scolded for doing extra steps ahead of time because I didn't know I had to do the steps, wait, then proceed, so when I was told to withdraw what I had done, placed a plethora of books on different shelves, I couldn't because I couldn't remember where I had placed each of them and what their titles were. Got scolded for not remembering how to access the computer login after I was shown once because it was too fast and I had a customer waiting, so customer was more important than taking down notes and was my priority, so I couldn't log in myself the second time and asked for the scolding, literally. Never really did much housework at home and suddenly had to sweep and mop 2 departments myself while my supervisor stayed at the cashier casually chatting loudly. There's only 2 of us in my department. While other departments had shared responsibilities, so the supervisors, older than mine, also had to mop/sweep along with the part-timers. Got scolded when I brought numerous books to the cashier to scan for the price, then used the equipment to do the price tag and felt out of breath. Got scolded for giving a book that wasn't registered under admin or something to a customer who wanted to buy it. Got scolded for slacking when my supervisor told me not to deal with new books because I wouldn't be able to finish alone, so I should wait till tomorrow. So another colleague from another department dissed me when I repeated what I was told after she asked why I didn't work on the new books. Ended up in manager's office twice because the manager supported my supervisor saying that the supervisor is always working on something and wouldn't be slacking either on her work nor governing mine. Got scolded when I was horribly slow at stock taking because I had to compare a list of numbers to the book's numbers, and I wanted to be accurate, so I used another paper as a ruler. Then screwed up by confirming stock on the wrong piece of paper, and actually screwed up more when I transferred the stock taking information I've done to the right paper. I got tasked with finding a stool to reach really high, deep shelves where I had to look from far away before actually getting on the stool and feeling for the book with nearly the tips of my fingers, hoping it's the right book. Also, didn't know I had to pull out rows of books in order to shove more in the row, especially when the books were somewhat glued together, which was really tough. Also, didn't know where to place excess books. Take note that this occurred within 8 days, where on my 4th day, I was stuck with another newbie without the supervisor, and this was my first part-time job at age 16, where I was a lazy couch potato at home. I had the mindset that it was all my fault. Considering I lacked common sense/did stupid things sometimes, at a loss of what to do, kept making mistakes, and that was backed up by the fact that the manager told this to my parents too, that I had a bad attitude and didn't want to learn nor do work apparently. However, the supervisor sometimes didn't give any work, so I walked around the bookshelves trying to remember genres, etc., until I was summoned. This was a scar that was grafted real deep on my 16-year-old innocent, naive, and oblivious to society heart and mind. So, I decided I had to do something to enhance my current portfolio, which doesn't have much in the way of working experience, internships, volunteer experiences, or CCAs, because I preferred to stay in the comforts of my own home. which meant I missed out on a lot of opportunities/events. Went online to look for volunteer opportunities and unexpectedly came across an internship for students with special needs, which pays me, requires only good attitude and initiative, and was 6 months long. I really surprised myself when I signed up for it, got the interview, and actually had the courage to go for the interview where it was one-to-one and the interviewer was real friendly and seemed interested in all the stuttering I managed to spout. I felt relieved when I was done with the interview, knowing I did my best answering the questions, and later that day, I got the acceptance offer for the tech department. That place was seriously fast about procedures even though work starts end of the year. At this point, I was just excited to have gotten the job, but still over worrying about whether I can actually do the job well, considering my flaws and that I'm not an observant nor fast learner type of person. But I'm definitely going to do my best to learn as much soft skills as I can through this and hopefully become a better human being in lots of aspects. Not willing to relive the tragedy of my scarred past. I want to become someone that can survive in society like any other normal human being and not end up useless nor worthless, nor someone who gives up too easily, nor someone who's afraid of everything. For anyone that actually took the time to read through my long rant, thank you. So I hope to anyone out there who's struggling with whatever issues, to have a bit of hope. Try out something new and you'll never know what might happen. Even someone useless like me can still vie for a small opportunity despite all my shortcomings. So if you're lost in life, gain a new experience away from your troubles if possible, and come back to it as a new person, better equipped with the power to resolve/fight the problems that you're facing. Well, OP, that is quite the story. I mean, I can see the issues at your previous job and how that could have led to you being scarred, as you put it, but at the same time, you seem to have learned a lot from that previous job of the things that you shouldn't do, which, when it comes to workplace experience, is just as valuable as knowing what you need to do. Mistakes, while they can be painful in the moment, can be good things to learn from. And like you've said now, you've stepped out of your comfort zone and you're going into something as a new person, better equipped to handle some of the new issues that you're facing. If it helps any, a job that I worked at for years threw me in with 1 weekend of training, and we're talking about a very high importance position, one where a single mistake was noticed by thousands of people. And to say it didn't go well very well might qualify for understatement of the century. I'm not sure how things could have gone much worse. So I've been in your shoes. But keep at it. It sounds like you're in a good place now, that you're willing to try again, that you're willing to push yourself to develop new things. And I promise you that the more you try, the more you do, the better you're going to be in the long run. Keep at it. You're doing great. I wish you the best, and congratulations on the success that you are seeing. 1 year of getting better. As someone who has to hide their struggles from family and friends, I don't get to share a lot of my accomplishments except with my therapist. And having added another one today, I just wanted to share with y'all how things have improved for me since September 2018. I hope this encourages you to be proud of everything you've improved upon, no matter how big or small. Today, I found out that I actually have $20 extra to spend until payday this Friday, when I thought I only had $2, including my quarters. Last year, I had to take out a payday loan just to pay my rent. I'm also halfway to my savings goal to move to Germany next year. For the past week, I've actually been excited to eat the meals that I've made myself. I learned 2 new recipes that follow the Mediterranean lifestyle, and I love one and think I could improve upon the other. Last year, I ate out nearly every day, if not twice a day. I haven't lost much weight yet, but I'm definitely feeling healthier and happier. In the past 2 months, I've been able to get my energy drink and soda consumption down to 1 to 2 days a week. Last year, it used to be every day, usually one of each per day. Now I've found other ways to keep the energy up, like getting fresh air or drinking water. Speaking of habits, I've managed to knock several off of my daily list these last few months, since now I do them daily without needing the help of a check on my tracking app. Last year, I was a disaster. I was lucky to be able to get myself to brush my teeth and take my meds. Now, those and a couple others are actually habit. and soon to be more in the next couple of weeks. I've read 4 books this year and now reading another. Last year, you'd never see me with a book, not even an article. But thanks to my best friend who gave me one as a gift, I realized how much I missed it. I used to be such a reader as a child, and now I'm proud to say I'm back at it. Just maybe not as fast. It's hard when you have a full-time job. And on top of all that, I'm in therapy again and changing my meds. Last year, I had 2 bad therapists in a row and almost gave up my search. And I hadn't been on proper meds since the year before. Now, I love my therapist and the discussions we have. And once I get my insurance figured out, I'll be switching meds since I've realized the ones I started taking 6 months ago have worn off. I still have a long way to go. But improvement is improvement, no matter how small. Just seeing these written out gives me hope that I'm not a disaster and that I can actually fix things. Thanks for reading, and have a wonderful day. Well, OP, you're right. Improvement is improvement, no matter how big or small. I'm sure everyone can agree upon that. And while you may not see massive progress every single day, when you look back, you will see tremendous growth over time. I'm so happy to hear that you're making all these drastic changes, that you're seeing the benefits in your life, and that things seem to be going so well for you. Keep it up, you're doing phenomenal. I wish you nothing but the best, and congratulations on all your success. I've finally gotten over my ex, and I've never felt better about myself. It's taken what feels like years to escape the feelings of my last relationship, which ended on quite painful terms. I've spent the last 3 months moping about it, not focusing on myself in the slightest, and wishing the person would take me back. This sub made me realize that I have to work on myself, not for him, but for my own ambitions and my own future. Since the start of June, I've already made strides towards making my state of living better for myself. I've deep cleaned my living space, I've started eating healthier, and I've begun to focus more on my extracurriculars in the summertime I would have wasted in the past. I'm glad to say I've started to see a version of myself that I love, and a version of myself that I haven't shaped around anyone else. Having to get over someone is terrible, especially when you wrap up your whole world in them. It can seem like years, it can take years to finally get over losing what you had with them. But when you do, you come out on the other side as a better person, like you seem to have done, OP. And you're now taking steps to better yourself, not so that they'll take you back, but so that you can have a better quality of life for yourself and the next person that you end up being with. It can be really hard to see a version of yourself that you even bother to care about in the wake of a breakup, but you are taking those steps to do so, and I am so proud of you and happy for you and all the progress that you've made. Keep it up, you're doing great, you are an example to others, and I wish you nothing but the best. Thank you all so much for tuning in today, for supporting the channel like you have been. I truly appreciate everyone who comes by and watches these videos so much. The channel continues to grow, and it's all thanks to you. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you can get more of your daily dose of Reddit Happy. Also, don't forget the channel is on Twitter and Instagram, and the links are right below in the description. Now you go out there, have a great day. I will see you all tomorrow. Until then, I'm Exile451. Stay beautiful, people.